Temporary Speaker.
I call the member for Wallandilly.
Thank you, Madam Temporary Speaker. I rise today to speak on a former constituent in my electorate of Wallandilly, a constituent who unfortunately is no longer with us, but whose actions and selflessness through a life of giving will ensure his legacy will live in our community forever. I speak on this because I am proud to represent an area that has produced fine community-minded individuals like Ernie Snowy Smith and others like him. Madam Acting Speaker, Snowy was a man of the people. He was actively engaged in community organisations from a young age and worked as a local baker and bread carter for the local Malden Cement Works. He had his community at heart and worked tirelessly for the area. He joined the New South Wales Rural Fire Service when he was only 14 years of age in 1957. This was the year the severe bushfires ripped through the Blue Mountains, destroying 25 homes, shops and churches. A number of years later in Wingello, in the neighbouring region, over 250,000 hectares of land were destroyed and sadly 3 lives were lost. But Snowy was not the type of man to turn his back on those around him in times of need. As captain of the NSW Rural Fire Brigade, he continued to work, fundraise and educate for the Rural Fire Service. He was involved in safety house initiatives, local school fetes and sporting groups. People like Snowy exemplify the great electorate of Wallandilly. Madam Acting Speaker, I take this opportunity to mention his loving daughter Paula Herbert and her husband Grant Herbert and thank them for sharing this story with me. Hearing the pride in their voice and reading recounts of his life remind me in many respects the greatest gift is that of one's time for a worthy cause. It is the example set by men like Mr Smith that have seen our community grow from strength to strength. In Wallandilly we are one. Although our geographic boundary might be extensive compared to other seats, our electorate might cover 2 council areas and be divided by numerous rivers and mountain ranges, but the people who reside here come together as one in times of need. They put their hand up selflessly to answer the call of natural disasters, whether they are bushfires, floods or gale force winds. They come together to raise money for local charities and raise amounts big and small. Together as an electorate we prosper. Snowy's legacy of a life fulfilled by community service is echoed across each part of Wallandilly. In Teresa Park we have Norm Shearer, former long-standing captain of the Teresa Park Rural Fire Brigade and now group captain in the Wallandilly region. Norm has seen action in countless fires and given guidance to many firefighters battling large blazes in the electorate, including the 2001 Black Christmas fires. Norm has since turned his attention to training young firemen and women alike to ensure that the knowledge he has learnt through years of continuous service are passed on. Men like Norm do not ask for thanks or even appreciation for the work they do, despite placing themselves in harm's way. They do it because our area needs their help, and this is all that they require to answer the call. Men like Ken Chalker from Pheasant's Nest Rural Fire Brigade share this passion for their community. Also a group captain after many years at a brigade level, Ken has provided strong leadership and sound advice in many Section 44 state emergencies as well as local incidents in the Wallandilly region. His philanthropic nature has recently been turned to assisting many community projects, including the Warragamba Dam Fest to be held later this year. I take this opportunity to thank both Ken and Norm for their hard work in the area. Madam Acting Speaker, as winter draws to an end, men like those I've mentioned and many others just like them will begin to increase their training in the anticipation of a fast approaching fire season. Representing one of the most bushfire-prone regions in New South Wales, I wish to convey unreservedly my appreciation for what the men and women of the New South Wales Rural Fire Service do, and I pray for a safe and uneventful summer. I wish to place on record my gratitude for the work of men like Snowy Smith and those like him who today have gone unmentioned but not unnoticed. Our area truly is a better place because of the work that they have done. Thank you.
Madam Speaker.